Hello and welcome to another episode of Opening the Package, Toy Collecting with Ian Breezy Cannon. So it's been a little while, going to try and get back in the groove and get a few episodes done. Get them up here for you people. Hopefully I have someone watching these. So anyways, a while ago I talked on this show, I opened up my Alien reaction figures. These were based off actual prototypes made by Kenner way back after the movie came out that never actually got released as action figures. They took the prototypes, they made action figures of them. Awesome line, I loved the line. Well, that started off the whole thing of vintage style action figures. So basically what Reaction did was they went and they got every licensing you can imagine and did vintage style action figures of those licensing. You have Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Twilight Zone, Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm trying to remember them all. Rocketeer got a figure, both black and white and in color. It was huge. Karate Kid, Goonies, I mean everything. And these are all things that never had action figures done. And so here, they also got things that had like Predator, Terminator, you know. So in the end, you have all these awesome vintage style figures being released on every property, it seems, imaginable. And of course, sci-fi geeks loved it because one of the ones that they did was Firefly, the short-lived series that still everyone that I know wants to see something revised about because it was an awesome show. I mean, considered there's not a bad episode in the one season that's out, and Serenity actually was a great way to follow it up. You know, it is a cult favorite, so here they are finally releasing action figures for it. Now you look at this. This is awesome packaging. This is an art to packaging that got lost in the 90s, where the packaging really didn't grab you like the vintage style. And so going back to the vintage style, I mean, you look at Firefly, the Serenity right there, a great picture of the character, which for some reason was something that got lost in the whole shuffle of it all. Now the figure itself is very much vintage style, and this one I do have opened because Malcolm is just awesome. He does not look much like Jason Fallon, but that happens. Also going with vintage style, the figures weren't always the most accurate. You look at the original Star Wars line, Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers, I think the other vintage styles that were all done like this. Black Hole, that's basically the style that these are going for. And, likenesses weren't that good all the time. They got lucky and had some real good ones, but, that is definitely the style going here. Kind of larger head than this should be for the body. Body's fairly simple. You can tell who it's supposed to be, and that's about it. So with the Firefly line, they did the basic 5 crew members to start with. So you have Captain Reynolds, you have Jane Cobb, you have Zoe Washburn, you have Kaylee Frey, and you have Hoban Washburn. So far, I have picked up only the other 2 females, Zoe and Kaylee. I have not picked up the Wash or Jane as of yet. I have not found them too hard to find. It's just, have to watch my budget as to what I pick up when. So I do figure this is one where I will pick all of them up. Keep them in packaging. I love the packaging. My motto is open the toys and play with them, but the packaging is so beautiful. The packaging is so perfect. I want them in the package. I don't care about the value. I just care about the look. I mean, that to me is what it's all about. It is so awesome, the packaging for these guys. And I hope they do another series because we still have half the crew. These are the basic crew members, but you still have the kind of secondary cast members who weren't crew members, but they were, what I mean. They weren't necessarily part of the Serenity crew to begin with. You have the 5 main crew members, and you have the 4 others that come in and stuff. So I hope they do a second series. I haven't heard anything on it, but it makes sense because it's Firefly, and Firefly is awesome. So, like I said, they've done so many others. The other ones we have in the house are the Nightmare Before Christmas ones. And these are the only action figures that are actually my wife's. Because she's a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, and these are ones that she liked. So we have Jack. This one was interesting because you could get the Jack with 3 different possible heads. It'd be the exact same package, everything, just different heads with different grins on them, basically. So this one's kind of an evil grin. He has one, if you look here, that's the more basic grin, and then he has kind of a puzzle thing. And they all come with the exact same accessory. This could have been done more variety-wise. You also have Sally. Fairly simple, straightforward. It works. In the first series, they did the Mayor, the Double Barrel, and Behemoth as well. They're all out. Most of them are fairly easy to find if you go to the right places. Then we also got for my wife the special exclusive one, which is the only way to get Zero, the dog. I love the packaging on this. It is silver reflective and just beautiful. And that's one thing, if I keep something in the package, it is because the package deserves it. And this is the kind of package that very much deserves it. It is a beautifully done package. It was originally a convention exclusive figure, but we got this one at Trade Smart because they had a batch, although you can't get them now there. They sold out. So it's my wife, this was her first action figure. It was actually pretty cool. So she now has a collection of 3 action figures. Great start. But the main thing about the action ones is the style is awesome, and they got so many licensing, and so now you can have really cool setups like, give me a gun. Can I give his gun? And so you have Captain Malcolm Reynolds fighting the alien. And of course, still wish you could do this without popping off, but and his gun fell somewhere. So regretfully, in this case, I think Malcolm's a bit outmatched, but knowing the way things go, he'd figure out a way to take care of him. But still, it's awesome. You can do all sorts of cool team-ups now because they're all, in the same scale. So you could have Malcolm Reynolds, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the Rocketeer fighting aliens and predators. How cool is that? So definitely recommend the reaction figures. I've been enjoying the ones I've got so far. I wish I could get more, but we got to budget for what you're collecting, and you can only get so many at one time. But these are ones I definitely plan to pick up more in the future of all collections. I know they do have a second series of Alien figures out that are pretty cool. Finishing up the ranks, although it seems like there's 3 now of one character. It's like, I really even need that many. But he does have the chest burst coming out, so that figure looks kind of cool. But anyways, I will finish up with that today. Thank you. My email, opentpackage@gmail.com. Send me some emails. My son's busy trying to recommend. I asked people to come up with ideas of toy lines I haven't covered that I could talk about. And I'd be more than willing to do that. Send suggestions and comments and all that my way. Thank you.